There we go. There we go. Am I muted? I'm not muted. So, if you remember last time... No. We currently have everybody alive. Everyone is here, just like Smash Ultimate. Everyone is here. And, our previous prime suspect, Hiyoko, was found alive, so that's good for her. And it's not... Yeah, what other Steam games have you been playing? Did you go straight to Danganronpa V3? If you click on Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, or is it both games, or is it 1-2 Reload? Separately, it doesn't say Danganronpa 1-2 Reload. Okay. If you click on it, does it say, like, because usually, like, when I see games, it says similar to this game, and it'll be like, it'll have a thing. Interesting. Spec Junesoft is part of the autumn sale, so they have all of their big hit names, like AI the Somnium Files, 999, Danganronpa, and then they also have Shiren the Wanderer, the Mystery Dungeon of Serpent Coil Island. But yeah, they're all here. You can pick up Danganronpa S Ultimate Summer something for $8. It's literally just a board game where you play as one of the characters from any of the 4 games, and then you just see random interactions with other characters from the different games. That's the entire game. That's it. Anyway, oh, Steins Gate. I like how it's listed as AI the Somnium Files and Zero Escape. The next section is Danganronpa. Then we have Raincode Plus. Then we have Shiren the Wanderer. Then we have Natsumon. And then we have Science Adventure. It's just really funny. It's like Science Adventure, and then it's like Steins Gate, Steins Gate, Steins Gate, Steins Gate, Steins Gate. Oh, there's Chaos Head and Chaos Child. I've heard good things about Chaos Head Noah. Yeah, I've heard good things about the Chaos series. I've never heard of Robotic Notes. And then they have one at the end that's just vaguely called Visual Novels. One called To the Promise We Once Made and the Place We Must Return, all lowercase except for the first letter in T, or in 2. And then Save Me From This Cage of Infinity, also all lowercase except for the S in save. And then Others. Final Fire Pro Wrestling World, Crystar, a bunch of DLC for Fire Pro Wrestling World, including, oh, and then Way of the Samurai. Oh, and then they have Conception 2 Children of the Seven Stars. It's like Persona 3, but if it was really bad. Yours for the low price of $4, and your dignity. And Zenki Zero Last Beginning, an actual good game that you should only buy on sale like it is right now. Do not pay $60 for it. Yeah. Alright, finishing chapter. This is gonna be really, like, interesting on the VOD louder on the stream because I don't feed any of the Discord audio into any of the intermission screens, and it's just me talking to myself with pauses in between. But as a rule of thumb, I just don't have like audio inputs for other things on the intermission stream. Like there's no point. I don't need the game audio. I don't need voice chat. I don't need like I just have my background music and the mic, and that's it. I don't need anything else. Anyway, is this from... No, this is probably my own notification, me notifying myself. It is. I'm gonna move over to the main screen with... This is probably on the sleep mode. It has! Now, this is where we find out if I loaded up the correct... I did. Cool. I did load the correct user, so that is good for me. So we have the investigation daytime. We are about to start the trial. We're pretty much right there. And yeah, we gotta figure out who killed Rey Mysterio. I've been waiting for this. It feels like it's been forever since we got together like this. The time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Let's get on with the show. See, even he knows. And so, the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, ellipses, a deadly class trial.
Why do you have to say it every time?
Because it's his thing. He's the ultimate repeater.
Makoto.
He is the ultimate,
The ultimate buffoon.
No.
He is a buffoon.
He's the ultimate yapper. The super high school level yapper. So we can do extraordinary focus, and we can also... Oh, it's because we already have... Yeah. Cool and composed, which I think we got from Sakura. I think was completely superseded by tranquility, which I think we also got from Sakura. So we can't equip this because this, like, is just better in every way. But we have algorithm from Chihiro. We have melodious voice from Sayaka Maizono. We have breathing technique, I think from Aoi. And that is it. That is all of our skills. We just got extraordinary focus and I think lost in thought. So as you can see, a lot of skills that we could get, you're not going to get them all. It's not physically possible. But we do have 2 extra focus bars. We can open the handbook if you want to look at any of the truth bullets before we start. Might not be a bad idea. Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. The explosion has burnt the upper half of the body beyond recognition, although the mask would indicate that it is Rey Mysterio. The upper half of the body remained on fire and had to be extinguished. Because of this, the upper half was soaking wet, while the bottom half remained dry because Makoto apparently is a waterbender and was able to pour a bucket of water so that only the waist up got wet, and there was no other water that splashed. The body was wearing notably long fake nails, as you can see by the real nails on the middle and pinky fingers. The body had a tattoo of a dog on the back right of the hand. There are bits of charred debris near the body. It should be noted that the bomb, which had been removed from Monokuma in the gym, had disappeared. It's hard to imagine these 2 events are unrelated. The sprinklers are programmed to come on every morning at 7:30, and this time is impossible to change. As such, it can be assumed that if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, it would have gotten wet. 7 AM. Makoto wakes to the morning announcement. 7:30. Makoto and Aoi arrive at the dining hall. 7:30 to 9 AM. Makoto meets the others in the gym, and together they head to the headmaster's room. 9 AM. Toko is told to go find the pickaxe in the garden, where she discovers the body. I always think it's interesting when they use Aoi, because nobody ever calls her Aoi. But they always refer to her as Aoi in like these things.
I doubt this is gonna be enough on its own, but the whole it goes off at 7:30. We were seen with other people at 7:30. We were with people the entire time from then on.
7:30, Makoto and Aoi arrive in the dining hall. Knife.
Yeah, then she was like, "Hey, we gotta go to the gym. Let's go." And we went there together. There was no gap where we could have killed this person.
Yep. Unless he vented. The knife found near the body was the same knife that was used to stab it before the explosion. It was also the same knife that Toko had given to Big Mac for safekeeping, and the knife that Rey Mysterio was holding when they attacked Makoto. The tarp was hidden among the other items in the tool shed. One side was wet and filthy with mud and grime. The other was completely clean and dry. Like Harvey Dent, can he be trusted? The number of chickens in the chicken coop had decreased from 5 to 4. See, they call him Yasuhiro. Yasuhiro claims that there were, without a doubt, 5 chickens just before nighttime last night. And yet... Bakula's account. Bakula stated that there was no corpse in the garden just after nighttime last night, so it can be assumed that the murder must have taken place sometime after that. Byakuya also said that he, Yasuhiro, Toko, and Aoi were in the gym the entire night, and none of them were alone at any point. The corpse had a mask covering its head and a white jacket covering the body. A knife had been thrust into the abdomen, and there were bloodstains around the wound. The body had stopped bleeding, but the blood was still wet. It was noted, however, that there was no blood on the ground around the body. Mukuro Ikusawa, the 16th student, hidden somewhere in the school. The one called the Ultimate Soldier. Watch out for her. She had been obsessed with the military from a young age. She disappeared while on a vacation in Europe and reappeared in Japan 3 years later. Apparently, every member of Fenrir gets a tattoo somewhere on their body to represent their membership in the group. Monokuma's account. Apparently, the killing game began with 16 participants, all students. It is assumed that Mukuro Ikusawa was the 16th student, hidden somewhere in the school. Monokuma also revealed that the reason Kyoko wears gloves is to hide something she doesn't want anyone else to see. That's not what he said though, but I'll take your word for it, Truth Bullet. That's not what he said, but alright. This woodblock decoration was found in Kyoko's room. It looks like it's actually the key to one of the lockers in the dojo. A set of titanium arrows was found in a dojo locker. There appear to be 10 in total, and you can't summon a stand with them. Bloody duct tape. Along with the arrows, there was also a wadded up ball of duct tape in the locker. The duct tape had traces of blood on it. I hope it's not Chris's blood. It's assumed that this is related to the case, but nobody can imagine how. Unless they were trying to hide Chris's blood. Kyoko used Monokuma's secret tool, which grants access to any room in the school to sneak into the second floor of the dorms. This area seems to have no monitors or security cameras, and the secret tool is being able to clip through the wall. She realized that this is a video game. Do you ever intend on playing Somnium Files?
I do not know.
Okay, and this really isn't a spoiler. It's like an Easter egg that you get. I can't even like tell you how to do it because it's impossible. I mean, it's not impossible, but in the second game, there's a point where one of the characters will ask you for like to reveal the truth, and if you say yes, you're prompted to input a code or just a phrase. Like I think it's a code, but there's no like indication of what it is. And you only get the code by beating the entire game. You get the code right at the end, and then you have to go back and load it. And the code is randomized for every single copy of the game. So it's not like you can just put in... I mean, if you got lucky, I guess you could put in the same code. But it does this really funny thing, where they're like, aha, I see you've revealed the truth of this world. And then you go into like debug mode in the game, and like all the models are T-posing, and you can just walk through walls and stuff like that. It's just this like goofy thing that happens. Anyway. All rise. All might.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the...
No one cares, Monokuma. No one cares.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Rey Mysterio. We already knew that.
Kyoko! There's no other explanation.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
Thus has summed up every single one of Hero's trial participations up until this point.
Says
No,
something
that's a
blatantly
ghost!
false.
But she has legs and stuff.
Everyone knows ghosts don't have legs. Don't be stupid, Hero.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
She's Ghost 2.0. She's the ghost in the shell.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
Yeah. Whether or not her physical attack increases while her special attack decreases, or whether or not she'll gain a single extra stat point in her special defense when she reaches level 100. One important trait Kyoko has that proves the body doesn't belong to her. I like that
The
face is
gloves?
capitalized.
I got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
They're stylish.
And would you happen to know the answer?
A talking ghost?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Which is not what the truth bullet said at all. It's not what it says. He was like, she got some nasty scars. And then, no, it wasn't this. It's something she doesn't want anyone to see. That's not what he said. I mean, that's technically the truth, but...
Oh! You know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
That's because it had the curse of vanishing on it.
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
There's no way that corpse was Kyoko. And if I can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck here and the case won't move forward. So I don't have any choice but to... No, that's wrong! Fragments, sprinklers, exploded body, fake nails, tattoo. Excuse me.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The
Okay,
dead body
yeah.
wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
I'm a ghost?
Then
Interesting.
She was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse
She
is
had the fake
absolutely
nails,
Kyoko.
and that wouldn't be compatible
This
with
entire
gloves.
discussion is idiotic.
I wouldn't imagine. Nails that long, wearing gloves at the same time?
I know that body. Okay.
Unless they were fingerless
That
gloves.
Kyoko
Nah.
there is just ghost.
Okay,
Here we go.
then prove it. The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
Oops.
They got
That's
burnt
not
up in the explosion.
like game.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is
What?
absolutely
Okay.
Kyoko.
This entire discussion is
Other
idiotic.
button.
Good job.
Yep.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
And then I just gotta
The dead
think
body
about.
wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then
She's a
She
ghost.
was wearing gloves before the
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Absolutely Kyoko.
How did that? What?
This entire
How did that?
I don't know.
I don't. How did
It
that
went right
miss? That was like right on.
You
What?
went right between the lines.
Okay, then prove it. The dead body what?
They got burnt up in the
Then she was wearing gloves.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
No, that's wrong. No, there's no way the corpse was wearing gloves.
No way.
Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
Not unless she painted her nails with rattlesnake venom.
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
I keep telling you, it's Rey Mysterio. What?
Hiding somewhere in the school.
Muguro
The one they call
Ikusawa.
the ultimate despair.
Watch out for her.
That's the first
Indeed.
thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Circles? Just like Mukuro Circle Saba? Before anything, we have to identify the victim, even though it's clear it's Rey Mysterio. Everything
You know,
starts from there.
I gotta call BS on Monokuma's being like, I wasn't trying to trick you with the whole there was 16 students. There was never space for a 16th student in this room.
Yeah, there was. It's the, somebody brings it up in the very first class trial, I think. I think it might be Kyoko. Somebody says, why are there, 16, like, lecterns? There's just one that's blank. There's one that has Sayaka's face on it, one that has, actually at that point it's just Sayaka. And there's just one empty lectern with no person or picture, and somebody says, why are there 16? And Monokuma says, oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit 16 people.
Okay, so he still lied then.
Yeah. You might be able, yeah, you can see it between Aoi and Hiro right there. There's just an empty, like, stand.
If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the body...
Then there's nothing else we can do, right?
Well, we have the fact that they have a tattoo on the right hand. We can identify them off of that.
Kyoko really is still alive.
Then who died? There's gotta be some... I don't think so. The face was scorched
You want to
beyond
do this
recognition, and
one?
There wasn't any
You
description
want
in
to
the
scorch
Monokuma
beyond
file.
recognition, or the other
Well,
one?
if we can't
Identify the body.
body...
Well,
Then
we're
there's
already
nothing
right
else
here.
we can do, right?
Okay. You want to do identify the body? Or do you want to do scorch beyond recognition?
Either one. I have
Okay.
no idea which one it would be.
Kyoko
Yeah,
really
because there is explicit
still
body
alive.
analysis. But
Then who
tattoo on the
died?
right hand is clear,
Gotta be some way to
and
figure
like,
it out. I don't think
obviously
so.
not burnt
The
beyond
face was
recognition.
scorched beyond recognition.
Oops. Did not mean to absorb that.
If Kyoko really... Then who died? There's gotta be some way... I don't think so. The face was scorched...
Really? Okay. That's
and there
annoying.
wasn't any description in the Monokuma. Well, if we can't...
Then there's nothing else we can do, right? If Kyoko then who died?
There's gotta be some... I don't think so. The face was scorched...
Oh, I guess it wasn't that one. What? You think this is something I said is wrong?
Shoot!
I need to think about it one more time.
If Kyoko
You want to try
really
the other one, or
is
do you want to
still
try a
alive,
different truth bullet?
Then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out.
Or do you want to try absorbing?
The face
Not saying
was
that you have to
scorched beyond
absorb, but that
recognition.
it is an option.
And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma.
Not that I think absorbing would make any sense, because these don't really contradict, like, the two absorptions don't
Then there's
contradict each
nothing
other.
else we can do, right?
Just use the tattoo on the second thing.
Okay.
If
We'll
Kyoko
try tattoo
really
and
who
Aoi's.
died?
There's gotta be some... I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we...
No, that's wrong. There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real?
For real?
If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
She got low res all of a sudden.
Cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, I thought he was gonna say the WWE Super Slam.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
It's a QR code, like Agent 47.
Oh, really?
You scan the back of his head. Be like, I'd like to purchase one Hitman, please. If you compare the tattoo to the other information...
The 16th student hiding within the school, the one they call the ultimate despair.
So, this one?
Mukuro Kusaba, no. Mukuro Kusaba's profile, because that talks about how she, yeah.
I got it!
The 16th
The
student.
Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
The image that represents Fenrir is... Why is... Oh, is this... But can you spell wolf? Home.
Letters, so, how hard could it be?
Your.
We just need a W.
Woah.
Need an L.
Waffle. Woeful. Whoa. W-O-A-H. There it is.
It's just all F's. Not L. There you go. There's the F. Now we
Wolf.
Now I understand.
Now he understands.
The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
It's so funny because 2 has Nagito, also voiced by Bryce Papenbrook. He's also an Ultimate Lucky student, and he's like the complete opposite.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast.
Because Makoto's always like, now I understand. No, that's wrong. And Nagito's like, Hajime, you're so stupid, man. How could you not figure this out?
He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo. Then that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf. Which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed.
They really slow
the
pan to
trial
him.
this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a cool-ass trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place. After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
And who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba?
She was the 16th student lying hidden somewhere in the school.
She's been gone this whole time? And when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character?
No, she was a mob character.
Which would mean she was the same as us, just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
Kazutaka Kodaka.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost.
It's very Battle Cats of him.
Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Chris Prattle?
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record.
Do you like that he is 2D, but his throne is a 3D model?
Yeah.
The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place.
What did he say? Did he just say,
Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
based on what we know, there can only be two suspects, Toko and Genocide Jack.
Makoto and Kyoko.
I got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there.
What if it was Byakuya?
So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
She's like, the gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma.
She's like, Byakuya? Working
The whole
out?
time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
exactly so.
So the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it, I can't let this stand. Somehow, I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Objection.
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
So what time is the body discovered?
9 o'clock.
I got it! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Now then, I'm not reading this again.
He's right. It had to be around then.
so we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
The murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m., and I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m. Okay then, it looks like the game has begun. If I can't provide an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I didn't have an alibi.
Yeah, because of the sprinklers.
Make your argument. Sprinklers!
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you
Have any objections?
So you want to
now
blast
would be the
7:30.
Last 7:30 with
We've
the
established a
with
time
the
frame.
It took place somewhere
Alright.
between 10 o'clock
and 9 o'clock.
Why was?
in the
Did you see how like off the
Makoto
text
doesn't
was
have
on
an
that?
alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Like, look at that. It's so far off. Come on, Makoto, don't scare me
They
like
go
that.
off at 7:30, meaning if it were before that. Okay, the blast the other time they said.
Okay.
We've established
Even though
a
that
time
makes way
frame
less
for the
sense.
murder.
It took
Place somewhere between
What?
and 9 o'clock
What?
in the morning.
Yep.
Huh?
Did I?
From 10 to 7.
I guess I must have
More
hit
than
the
enough time.
white
So
the
Makoto,
first
if
time
you
and
have any
then
objections, now would be
missed it, faded out the second time.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere.
There we go.
No, that's wrong. Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words!
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
She gets oddly low res whenever she gets angry. So does Makoto. He got low res too.
By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Man, you're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
I need to prove it wasn't the sprinklers. All I have to do is hit Toko with certain evidence.
Yeah, the certain evidence of Byakuya was there.
The certain evidence of I poured the bucket of water on her.
Nothing. No, no, no! Enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No, no, no! Enough! Are you
Oh,
trying to blame
see.
me?
I see what's happening.
I admit nothing. I admit nothing. No, no, no! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No, no, no! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I admit nothing. No, no, no!
That was really close.
How
Yeah.
can you say it once?
This should prove it.
Ironically, I think the nega time was actually easier than the normal time.
Yeah.
Because it's sped up
Just
all of a sudden,
remember
and it
what the
really threw
body
me
was
off.
like after the explosion, and you'll see why
You need to
it
work on
wasn't
your
the
rhythm
sprinklers.
games, bro.
It's the sudden like change that just randomly will. Well, it's not random, but it'll just like happen all of a sudden, with not like no indication.
The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
I'm so sick of her.
Let's just move on. The reason only the top half was wet was because while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Kyoko's the only one without an alibi, which would mean that Mukuro's killer is... No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone? That's out of character.
I'd just like to say one thing. If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen.
Huh?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill
Byakuya
him.
is the mastermind. He called him boss.
Huh?
The Danganronpa
did?
iceberg. Byakuya is actually the real
He
mastermind.
thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial, something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
A certain something at the scene was used to cover the body? Could it have been whale blubber? Tarp? It was the duct tape.
Yeah, it was the duct tape. Of course, it was the tarp.
Tarp.
I got it!
The tarp that suddenly
You're talking
appeared
about
that
the
wasn't there
tarp,
before.
aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water.
Imagine if she said the dirt pattern can attest to that, and then it revealed that on the tarp, the dirt spelled out, "I was used to conceal the body."
The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean.
Yes, the perfectly clean stabbed body.
This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the
The
issue
blood
of
was
when the
so
murder
bad it
actually
would have
took
gotten on
place.
the time.
In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she want to make me look like the killer? Doesn't she know I'm the protagonist? No, I can't think about that right now. That tarp. If it was used the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? But the body...
Wait, something's not right.
And what might that be?
I can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said, because now she's motivated.
The storm that is approaching.
By covering the
It was
body
bloody
with the
before
tarp,
the explosion.
the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
It would have gotten fucking blood.
No, that's wrong.
Blood. Hope this is not Mukuro's blood.
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Like in The Walking Dead. Huh? The blood was camouflage?
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
The infirmary. Like in Chapter 3.
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
They got the blood right there in the garden, right? Which must mean...
Missing chicken. So this class trial isn't for Mukuro Kusawa, it's for the missing chicken.
Yeah.
Who killed Bok the chicken?
It was the Colonel. We must find Harlan Sanders.
I got
Blood. I hope it is not chicken blood.
Chicken blood?
What? Chicken blood?
Chicken blood.
No.
When I checked the chicken
don't
coop before
dare.
the murder, there were 5 chickens.
If we wanted to fit the syllables, he'd say chicken murder.
No.
But after the murder, there were only 4.
Just like death.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood? Man, that's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
But it's just a theory. A murder theory. Thanks for watching.
But even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so. Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off. But the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime
It still
after
absolves
the
us.
sprinklers had gone off, at
What?
7:30.
Oh yeah.
We couldn't
It's
have
still
done any
couldn't-
of that because we were already with the group.
Yeah, we couldn't have removed the tarp.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe, but still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty
Like
of time to
5
spare,
seconds
wouldn't you
later.
say?
That's not.
I'm not the super high school level sprinter.
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
We've all seen how you teleport around the school, Makoto. You can't hide it from us. You hold up your handbook, look at the map, and then disapparate into thin air.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
And the suspicion falls back on me again. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand. Disguised body had been added.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
Oh!
It's not 50-50 odds when you're involved.
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back. So,
That knife is
what
not
about
long
it?
enough to do that with how far it was sticking out in that image.
Yeah, I mean, what? It's probably like, what, 6 inches long at most, right?
Yeah, that is not... Like, half of that knife was sticking out.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
But also, the stab wound... If the stab wound's blood was not fresh, then the stab wound itself is probably not what done it. Because
Yeah.
there would have actually been blood there.
Listen, more
And the
important.
Monokuma file listed a blunt force to the head, right?
Yeah. Listen, more importantly, we're not gonna read this again.
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
you don't seem surprised.
I got
You
it.
must have noticed earlier.
Yeah.
They drew
Then why did
strangely
you
close
hide that
attention to the
fact?
titanium arrows.
Oh,
We have a whole truth bullet for those.
you think they
It's
whacked
not
him with
that
an
I
arrow?
hid it.
Or stabbed him with an
It's
arrow?
just-
They made it. They were really insistent on these are really sturdy, which also isn't good for arrows. I wouldn't think. Why would you make an arrow out of that?
Out of titanium?
That seems more like a crossbow bolt kind of thing to me.
Because you want to pull back the bow, release the arrow, but the arrow is like 10 pounds, so it goes about 3 feet and immediately falls.
Yeah, it's gonna be really heavy, so it's not gonna travel very far, and it's not gonna be as flexible as it should be.
So it's just gonna go in there, and all of that force is just gonna be transferred between the target and the arrow. It's not gonna have anywhere else to go. No boom. Unless they're hollow or something. I couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. I mean, why would Rey Mysterio be in Japan? I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious. Very suspicious indeed.
Oh, here, you can see there's the empty seat next to him.
Yeah.
The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
No, you're supposed to say 10 billion. Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer. Now they'll understand.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before...
Actually, hold
and
on.
Why would I have used that for murder?
Oh, I can't do it. Never
That
mind.
seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took
So
that
that's
knife
not
of yours
what
and
done
killed her
the
with it.
murder.
What a horrible man you are,
The
Makoto.
dead body was disguised. The knife wound is
ex-
not a murder wound.
Exploded body analysis?
We just got a new truth bullet, so it's that or disguised body analysis. Let's look.
Oh no, this is just that it was
Yeah, that's
burnt
just
out.
oh explosion.
Uh,
So look at disguise.
treated with blood. Make it look like it was wearing it. What,
There was- wait.
Let's look at the other. Let's look at what the other bullets are, real quick.
The knife we found lodged in the
Body
dead
before
There's
exploded
no,
body
there's no
analysis.
Monokuma file.
It's
There's
the
no
same one
Monokuma
we
file, so it
gave
has to be
Makoto.
the disguised.
We have body before explosion. Body had stopped bleeding, the blood was still wet.
Yeah,
You-
the body wasn't bleeding.
Yeah, so you're gonna go with disguised body.
It was already. They were already dead. That's why I wasn't bleeding. Yeah, disguised dead
Okay.
body.
Which one do you want to do it? The
really
knife one?
is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
This one?
Yeah.
You took that
Knife of yours.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Okay. Hero's one right at the end.
It's the same one. It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that, that seals it.
Just because I had that automatic.
Well,
getting stabbed is...
No, it's wrong. Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro.
I'm gonna say real quick, I saw the game, like, hitch a little bit earlier. Just in case. Him saying, just because I had the knife that automatically makes me the killer, reminded me of one of the Among Us voice actor streams where Koi was like, "What? Just because I killed somebody, all of a sudden I'm guilty?"
That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her!
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
Monokuma file says otherwise. Boy.
28 dead wounds. Didn't want to lose a chance. I will bring this up just because the Monokuma file. It does say,
Stabbed a single time with a knife.
body was covered with other wounds, but they were at least several days old. And the metal pipe thing on the head. The victim was stabbed twice in the same spot? No, there's no way that's possible.
Monokuma file.
Single time.
I got it! The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Wanted to leave a chance, huh?
Oh yeah, it sure did. Totally forgot about that.
One stab wound. You wanted to leave him a chance, huh?
Then the knife.
A couple years ago, we might have been able to get Brian Deckard to say that during one of the streams.
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing. The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward.
Should have dumped her in the incinerator like in Seabed.
They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
They were a fan of old vines.
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Yeah, the answer is that their main goal was to blow up and then act like they don't know nobody.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion!
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Wrong game for that kind of logic, hero. If this was Somnium Files, that would be a valid guess. This is not Somnium Files, though.
Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
There's only one explanation.
The fragment.
I got it!
It blew up
After the
because there
explosion,
was a
We found a
bomb.
tiny fragment of
A
something on
bomb?
the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
They were trying to practice quantum immortality, and it did not work.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural. Because, of course,
It's the bomb
we saw the
Makuma.
same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Yeah, you, Kyoko, with your name spelled in a strange way.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
Actually, is her name spelled in a strange way, or is she one of the ones that actually has their name spelled in the way that? Oh no, she's one of the ones that actually does have her name spelled in a way that makes sense.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
I love looking at the trivia. I'm looking at the trivia for the wiki. Kyoko, Echo, or Ringing, and Child, and then Kirigiri, Fog Cutter.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate.
Apparently in the beta, her name was Gyaru Kirigiri. Interesting.
It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
I need to concentrate. I need to hold right trigger or right bumper. Explosion and out file 5 exploded body analysis.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The
No.
explosion didn't kill her for sure.
White noise, no. It's called white noise, but it's purple.
She was already
Interesting.
totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't you because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
I can only think of one thing that could have killed her.
Then, shall we continue the debate?
Do you have any ideas?
It's either Monokuma file or
We have Monokuma file, exploded body
The
analysis.
victim's
Oh, body
fatal
before the
injury has
explosion
yet
and
to be
exploded body.
determined, correct?
So exploded body is
it's
the
either
result burnt.
Monokuma file on the cause of death or
The
fatal
explosion
injury,
didn't kill her for sure.
fatal injury, or
Yes.
absorb
Well,
bullet
yeah,
when Hiro
she
talked
was
about
already
the
totally dead
Monokuma
when that
file.
happened.
And it wasn't you because of the knife, right? And then
So
there's only
you
one
want
other
Monokuma
thing.
file on what,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
absorb on.
According to the
Absorb this.
I
Monokuma
think
file,
we absorbed.
that's gotta be it.
Yes.
There was
This?
evidence that showed she was
Oops.
hit on the back of her
He
head.
was hit on the back of her head. We absorbed that, and then we use it
And more than that,
when he says
the
fatal
victim
injury.
had suffered
Okay.
countless wounds across
Well,
her entire
white
body.
noise,
That's
no.
kind of the only place we can use it. The only
Then,
place
shall
we
we
can
continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury.
No, it's wrong. Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have
several
anything to
days
do
old,
with it?
according to the Monokuma file.
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
The wiki, side note, also says that the original trailer for Danganronpa Ultra Despair Girls featured, said that the new game was going to be a sports game and it showed Kyoko playing basketball. Apparently this is because her Japanese voice actress was also in a basketball-themed series.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
The
arrow.
Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Why do I always end? How come I always end up in like this whatever? What is TR?
Huh?
Oh,
What
I bet it was
language
the
code
pickaxe.
is TR? I don't know why it's showing up, but every time I go to the home, like the Danganronpa wiki like homepage, I get TR. And
Yeah.
so it says Japonya da Danganronpa Kibo no Gakuen to Zetsubo no Kokosei Olorark Bilinen Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc Spike Chunsoft Terra Findan Geli Strelin Japan Gorsel Roman OU Nuder ve Danganronpa Serisinin ilk oyunudar. 25 Kasım 2010'da PlayStation Portable isin Japonya'da piyasaya
Throw it into
sürdü.
Google Translate auto detect and see what they say it is.
Okay, I'm just gonna copy and paste this whole thing. Translate. Google that. It is apparently Turkish. I guess that makes sense. It is TR. Interesting.
I forgot that was a place.
I forgot that was its own language. Okay, there we go. I deleted it, and now I'm back on the English version of the wiki.
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Not if you hit with the side or the handle. What are you, stupid, Toko?
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with
You
any
two
kind of
hands
power.
use the ends of the pickaxe like handles and go whack.
Yeah,
You could absolutely get enough power.
yeah. Also,
It would just be really stupid to do it.
you also could just hit them with the side of the pickaxe. It's not like a pickaxe is like an omnidirectional pick. The handle is circular. It's round. You can just rotate it 90 degrees.
Yeah. You can hold it by the handle and hit them with the end of the handle right before the pickaxe. Hold
Yep.
it sideways.
This is
So it's got a bunch of weight going into it.
this is always my favorite part about these trials is there's always one thing in like every trial where you go, well, actually, this logic does not hold up.
I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
Didn't
No,
she
thanks.
say she would
I bet you just
never
hit me with
kill
a metal end
people
and
with
call it an
the
accident.
scissors?
No, that's only Genocide Joe. Toko doesn't care.
But Toko doesn't murder.
Scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground, and spit on it.
Yeah, but it's not Jill doing it, it's Toko doing it. It's completely different.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Oh, I found him. It's
I feel like if Toko did a murder, she could really leverage Genocide or Show to have her be like, "Hey, I don't kill people without a scissors, idiot."
Right. I'm still upset that the Danganronpa wiki uses a sprite from one of the other games for Byakuya and uses a picture from the anime for Toko, but all of the other characters use their in-game sprites. It upsets me so much. I don't know why they've done this. They have the sprites for all of them from this game, but Byakuya's is just a different image, and Toko's is just a screenshot from the anime.
Seriously?
That's stupid.
Yeah, also Sakura and Sayaka are the only two characters in the game whose names do not include kanji. Well, not the only two. Monokuma and Celeste's names don't, but theirs are written in katakana. Sakura and Sayaka's names are both written in hiragana. Everyone else is in all kanji.
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
It's interesting that they're the only two. That was like an 80s naming convention, but it's just interesting that they're the only two.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
The real murder weapon was the fake nails.
You were the only one.
It was the fragment near the dead body. They traveled back in time.
It was the other chickens.
They hit the
was
killer hit
revenge.
one of them, and then they all started swarming them.
I got it! Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something, and that's what killed her. And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
Arrow. That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kinda weird.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right!
I'm not back-talking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I don't blame Hina for doubting it, because there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret. Make your argument.
Oh, yeah, how's the buddy duct tape fit into this?
The duct tape.
The titanium arrow.
What if it was chicken tape?
It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an
Was
arrow
it
would
covered
just...
in the duct tape?
No, it's wrong. You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled-up wad of duct tape. The killer probably used this duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak. We put them together, and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
They decided that Toko has done nothing this entire game, and she's supposed to be the super high school level writing prodigy, so they needed to make her have literary references.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
That's interesting. Sayaka is a skin in Crypt of the Necrodancer.
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon.
Why Sayaka?
Sayaka appears in Crypt of the Necrodancer as a skin for Dove, a character who is incapable of attacking enemies directly. Maybe because it's Sayaka?
She certainly wasn't incapable of attacking.
I forgot they had an Akudama Drive collection, or collaboration. There's a bunch of art for her. Here's her, she's a very funny gif I'm gonna post in the, this is her sprite from Necrodancer. Oh, it's just a PNG now, no! I need the gif. No! It keeps, I can't paste it. It always shows up as a, okay, here we go.
As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
You're the only one.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto?
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to. The death of us all, remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
He's like, I'd do it, but I'm not the main character. I have evidence? Evidence that Kyoko went to the dojo.
Oh, to that key. Let's check that description.
The woodblock decoration was found in Kyoko's room. It looks like it's actually the key to one of the lockers in the dojo.
Hold on. That implicates Byakuya, because he's the only one with access to her room right now.
It does.
Well, let's present that.
I got it! The one thing
But
that
he has the
proved Kyoko
alibi, I
was
guess
in
is
the
what we're
dojo
saying.
is-
Since he was part of the gym group that was up all night, and then we're all in the gym when Aoi went to go fetch Makoto. I guess that's what they're working on. since he was always with Toko and Hiro, there was no time that we've been shown so far where he ever could have been alone.
Check out the pick cafe.
Right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just
You know, a lot of
give
this hinges on Byakuya went in there and there totally wasn't a body yet.
Oh yeah, but I think that was... I'm trying to remember. He said earlier, I don't know if there was ever a point if he left before or after, but he said that Hiro was there. But
And Hiro was definitely an observant man.
yes, because he was checking the chickens, because he was like, no, I was there last night, and there were 5 chickens there, bro.
Yeah, he pays attention to the weird stuff because it lines up with his stupid worldview. Somebody could be getting murdered in the shed and he would not notice.
He's like, whoa, the chickens. Or he'd hear them screaming. He's like, oh no, it's the Eldritch Deities.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
Of course I am, Byakuya. She's my female lead.
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just...
Well, ever since Sayaka died, there hasn't been a partner for me. And we know that every good game needs to have a duo.
There's one more thing I need to ask her.
I don't have Sayaka anymore, so I need another character to be like really important at the forefront for marketing. Who's gonna be in all the game collabs with me if it's not Kyoko?
Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
What?
She was protecting me? Then does that mean she knew I was being attacked? And she came to my rescue. Could that be when... Which would mean that Kyoko, she killed someone. For me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
What? Byakuya should know better than anyone?
Because he's the one with her room key.
What does that mean?
It means you're slow, Makoto. Damn, bro.
Mako slow.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Look at his account, because I don't think anything. I know the other two aren't going to say anything about him having the key.
Byakuya stated there was no corpse in the garden. Byakuya also said that he, Yasuhiro, Toko, and Aoi were in the gym, and none of them were alone.
None of these are going to mention the fact that he has the key. It's going to be an absorb.
Exactly what I said.
She's not the...
I'm not the killer.
Not the killer. Not the killer,
You
not
should
a killer.
understand that more than anyone here.
Shout out Heavy Rain.
What are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier.
A game theory.
You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct?
Absorb it.
But could I really have done that?
Look at her face freaking out in the corner. She's like, "Duh-duh-duh." Byakuya should know.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
It ain't proof, cause it's your room now.
No, that's wrong. If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room
Huh? Why not?
because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room,
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
it would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
No, that's not actually true. There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us, an obvious lie. But this just isn't like her. To try and save herself with such a desperate lie? Does she really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer? Or is it something else? Was there some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier? If you vote for me, blah blah blah, mystery of the school, which is why she can't let that happen. Objection! The mastermind's trapped. The mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko? But what if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I... The mastermind's trap? The victim was Mukuro, and Kyoko killed her? What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie. I'm the only one who knows it's a lie.
I'm the only one.
I'm the only one who can expose it. It's me. I'm the only one. But who can I trust? Did somebody put poison in his mutton? What am I supposed to do? What happened to Dorcas? The mastermind's trap. If you spend all your time trying to avoid poisoned mutton, you'll never move forward. We all know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Unless someone's gonna take away the mystery-solving fun. Am I wrong? I like how we have all these phrases. Heroes is for serious, and Kyoko's is, am I wrong? What do I do? I have to decide right here and now whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie.
Pause, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Okay. I'll let you decide what you want to do, but I'm gonna be making the decision just for the sake of the complete story.
Alright.
Why is my second monitor so bright? Maybe it's not that bright. Maybe it's not actually that bright. I'm gonna go get some water. So, we will be right back. No, well, I don't know. It looks like I unmuted myself and then muted myself and again. Okay, so what is your decision? What do you want to do?
Thinking logically here. I think if we try to let it go, someone else is gonna go, what? Namely, Facula.
Do you want to pursue?
If we pursue the lie, I think that is MSQ progression, and I have no idea what Runaway would do.
I think if we choose run away, he just says I can't run away because Kyoko was just like, if you keep trying to avoid stuff, so we click on it. No, running away isn't gonna solve anything. Yeah, it's just
Fair
him saying
choice.
like we can't do that. So you want to pursue the lie?
I think that is MSQ progression, which means I think you're gonna say we gotta save and then do let it go and then get returned to here.
There was a lie hidden within Kyoko's statement just now.
A lie?
Isn't that right, Kyoko?
You said it. The burden of proof is on you. So let's hear it. Where's this lie then?
I had it the other way around then.
Kyoko is definitely lying, and it must be because there's some other deeper truths she wants to keep hidden. Make your argument.
I didn't have the key to my room.
She could have gotten in there.
Because I'd given it to Byakuya. There's no doubt about that, right?
You are correct.
So I
Oh, we got
couldn't
5 seconds
possibly
for
have
those.
gotten in.
No, that's wrong. No, Kyoko could have gotten into her room. You said so yourself, didn't you, Kyoko?
Actually, to be precise, not quite. I used the secret tool which can open any lock in the school by clipping through walls. What? What do you mean clipping through walls? Are you the Flash?
I mean, I typed in SV_cheats1.
Kyoko stole it from the headmaster's room. It lets you get into any room in the school,
Yeah, it's called /game mode spectator.
which means she could have used it to get into her own room.
Which also means they're using a kind of lock system in this school that's really easy to pick.
Yes. Well,
And picking the locks does not destroy them, meaning it's not against Monokuma's rules.
I think Monokuma says at the start of the game they're unpickable locks, which I think only means they're unpickable in the context that all of the holes for the pins are lined up perfectly straight. Because if that's the case, then the locks can't be picked unless you had something that could, like a machine that wasn't the key, that could drop all of the pins at the same time. Because the way lockpicking works is the holes that the pins go into aren't perfectly straight, and that's why you have to continually apply pressure and turn it. But yeah, skeleton key plus perfectly manufactured locks.
Then I guess that's it.
You're giving up just like that? You admit to killing...
No, I'm simply recognizing that I lost.
You know what they say, Kyoko? Winners win.
What are you talking about?
Like I said, this was a trap, and I wasn't able to escape it.
You could say that there was zero escape.
So
Ha ha
I
ha.
lost. That's all this means.
Huh? Then, are you saying you really didn't... Kyoko, you really aren't the killer?
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
I'm sorry to say, but your time is up! All done, all finished. The class trial is all over.
But that's ridiculous! Since when is there any...
It's because you were late, so the trial started late and time ran out. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you. But I guess we already know who the blackened is, don't we?
Yay! Low frame rate assets. We love the fact that all the cutscenes are very low frame rate and very quiet for some reason. Good job, you got it right. Brilliantly right. We got it right? Does that mean Kyoko really is the killer? But something strange is going on here. There's something wrong with this whole class trial. Kyoko! M dash exclamation point.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Alright, prediction. Mukuro was running the Monokuma. Because Monokuma's been acting different. I can't put my finger on it, but he is different.
You think he got like Chihiro GPT'd?
And also there was the dead Monokuma on the floor that get dismantled.
So, do you think there's somebody else coming out, or do you think he's been like Skynetted?
I think there's two people behind this shit.
The classic devil in me explanation for why the killer is teleporting around the map, when it's really just because they didn't care that much about continuity. Oh, I hate the devil in me, it's such a bad game. It starts off mildly interesting, and then it just turns into like 80s slasher movie, where the guy just all of a sudden becomes immortal and has the ability to teleport. It doesn't make any sense. Dun 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 dun. I love how quiet this is. It really takes away from the moment with how quiet all of these are. Do you ever think your feet get like really warm having to wear those socks and also wearing those like big leather boots? Like how uncomfortable that must be? Like she's got crazy ankle support, but it also means that she like can't move her ankles in any way, shape, or form. And that's how the class trial of Mukuro Ikusawa came to an end. I still had to wonder whether Kyoko was actually innocent or... Regardless, the truth was lost forever. Even for me. I just stopped thinking about it, man. That was the end of Mukuro's class trial. And in the end, it would prove to be our last class trial. Once that case was over, there was never a single murder at Hope's Peak ever again. We had obtained peace, in the exchange for the lives of all the others.
Hey.
Peace, but only inside the school. And I've been waiting for this moment ever since we did that one free time event with Hero. Yeah. I've been waiting for this moment ever since we decided to do that one free time event with Hero. Peace, but only for us. That was the only hope we had. Hope. Hope. Hope? This is Hope? Hope Alonzi?
No! This isn't right!
The future I see, it isn't set. I think it's more like a warning. So this is the Macchiato's power.
Makoto, why are you staring off into space? Don't you have a rebuttal for Kyoko's claim?
Her claim? Oh, that's right. I have to... Do I expose Kyoko's lie or not? You know what the best part is about this? This is a loop. So if you choose to pursue the lie again, it repeats. And you go into the next part where you use the truth bullet, and then the class trial ends and she gets killed, and then that happens, and then he snaps back to reality, and you can just loop this over and over and over and over. But anyway, I've made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here, something that has to do with the Mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact?
Oh no, I went to go get water earlier, and then I just forgot it. I'm gonna go grab it real quick.
Because you're wearing socks and boots?
No, it's just the airflow in this room is off. I'm trying to remedy
It's
it.
getting hot in here.
Yeah. I've been trying to remedy it. I have an air purifier I've been using to try and help with allergies. So I just bring that in here and turn it all the way up. And I have a desk fan too, but they're less helpful than they might seem. Now they're getting picked up in the mic. That's the problem. Oh well.
I see. So you still refuse to accept it.
Yeah, we need the merchandise, Byakuya.
I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room, that it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time.
And we all know what that means. It means Makoto pretended to find it in Kyoko's room.
I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
Who put the key in the Kyoko room?
There's only one other possibility I can think of.
Celestia Ludenberg.
Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
There was also the fact that you were there when I found it.
Byakuya?
Nice to meet you. I'm Sophist.
Didn't he come with us?
Yeah, he did come with
Because it was
us.
in Kyoko's room that he had the key to?
Yeah.
He was there.
But
He
they're still,
watched us find it.
they're still working. I guess, yeah, you are right. He did see us pick it up.
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial.
I think
You all see it, don't you?
the only thing he cares about is that we've seemingly proven that Kyoko couldn't have put it there, and that whoever did use the locker key was the killer, and he knows that he didn't do it. So even if he didn't see Makoto do it, or like pick it up or something, it has to have been Makoto, because it can't be Kyoko, because she couldn't have gotten in the room, and it can't be him, because he knows that he didn't do it, so then only Makoto could have done it, I think is the idea.
Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
Huh?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
Welcome, green light.
What if Kyoko is capping, though? Oh, it's funny you should mention that, Luigi. We just got past the part where we called her out on her lies. and got the alternate ending.
What? Time's up?
Brand new sprite. Never seen this before. Man has never looked like that before.
Aw.
He has never looked like that before. He is so high res. He didn't suddenly become lower res when he had an expression and they zoomed out from him. He was high res
It's so
for
high
this
res,
one.
I have to wonder if that was in the original version.
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
I don't remember at all. You'd have to, like, it could even have been put in the, like, the non PSP or Vita or whatever version. You'd have to go find, like, some of the old, like, fan translations.
It's because you were late.
Okay,
So
we already heard
then-
this.
Voting time?
Yeah, Makoto. It's voting time. Hey, our ranking was like a nice poem.
Now, who will be?
Hey, hold on!
What's it gonna be? What?
We already know who it's gonna be. It's gonna be Robert Downey Jr. in the first Iron Man movie. Specifically the first Iron Man movie. It's a layered joke. Because he eats a Whopper when he says he wants a real American burger, and Makoto's nickname is Big Mac. What? You think I'm the killer? But I hardly know her. Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. It's all your fault. Ellipses. Everyone, you're wrong. You've done it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Yes, indeed.
Good job, everyone. Good job?
Yep.
Yeah, they got it right. No, I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense. I mean, in what world would Hiro and I both...
Hey.
He was right. I can't believe his 30% chance of predicting the future was actually right. It makes perfect sense. I don't know what he's doing there. It's the same as always. It's just like all the other class trials, and I'm gonna end it the same way.
Thrills, chills, kills.
It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment. Wait, why do I? M dash space exclamation point question mark? Kyoko! M dash space exclamation point.
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we.
Okay, we don't need to hear him say this again. Back to being low res. Hello. Hello 480p video.
Ah, we got the same one.
Yes, I think the black word actually is different. I wasn't really paying attention to what was on it when
I
it
vaguely
was
remember
Kyoko.
what was on it. We'll see. We'll see.
I'm pretty sure Makoto's is different.
Ah, it's the same.
Well, like, hold on. We might just see more of it, but I think it's different. Makoto's, there's like, it's not all the same angles. Like, it's slightly different for Makoto's, I think.
That is different, yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember what Kyoko's was, but I just know that Makoto's is different. His facial expressions are different too. He sweats a lot more and scrunches his eyes up. And this is different too. Chihiro GPT is back. So Makoto has been spared from being crushed by the giant grinder, and instead will just fall backwards. And he tumbles. Don't worry, you can survive landing on your head. Luigi does it all the time. Huh? Huh? What's this? What's going on? Hey, was that? Yeah, it had to be.
This is...
Chihiro GPT, blah. Chihiro GPT? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Damn it all to hell, I don't believe this.
It would seem...
You finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning. Like the song, Miscalculation? Oh, he said that for me.
In other words...
What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us. Objection! Why are you talking like you've already won? There's still one more chapter left. I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an itch. .io. The stupid virus is gone now, got it? And so is Big Mac. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again. To waste away in a garbage-strewn pit. In a way, that's an even better special punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'll never be satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world. Is that right? He's never been satisfied. He's about to change your life. Wait, let's see if I can pull it up while he's well, they're talking. Is he gone? Recent searches, satisfied. Can you hear this?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna. Where is it? Where is it? Okay. Let me skip the... Here it is. I think Satisfied's gotta be the best song from Hamilton. Like, out of all the things, Satisfied's easily the best song. Hey, Kyoko! What's the meaning of all this? Just what the hell is going on?
Calm down.
It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time. Huh?
In other words...
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What did you say?
What are you talking about?
So...
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. Kyoko is Giga Brain. Or maybe it's more that everybody else is not Giga Brain. The massive high school towers over all other buildings in this bustling urban area. Keith Urban? It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Hope's Peak Academia. It brings in top students from every field imaginable, a government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. Also, the building doesn't actually look that big. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. There are two things you need to attend this school. 1, you have to already be attending high school. 2, you have to be the very best there is at what you do. He's the best there is at what he does. No ordinary student could enroll here. The only way in is if you're scouted by Professor Xavier yourself. And standing there at the gate of the ultimate school filled with the ultimate mutants was me. Nuga? What? Where am I? Why is my text box green? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? It wasn't any classroom I'd ever been in before. What the heck is going on? Gah! Finally! I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again, and then I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare? No, this isn't a dream. I could tell, because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. I was in a vast dark cavern.
Oh, he fooled me.
With the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high all across the area. The same general area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in. I hope nobody checks the continuity to see whether or not my shirt is wet. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in here till I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remembered all too well what happened. Chihiro GPT saved me. And he used up the last bit of his strength to do it. Just like an Akudama drive. So I can't give up now. For myself. And for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was to start looking for a way out of there. Do you know what this thing is?
That looks very familiar. It's probably from one of the previous executions, no?
It is from the very beginning of the game. The opening cutscene is a guy tied up in a chair, and then he gets put inside of this thing, and Monokuma blasts him off into space, and then he falls out of atmosphere and crashes into the ground and dies.
Huh.
Yeah. It's just a fun little... That's a rocket. And a tank. I'd better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. We all float down here, Makoto.
It floats down. Well,
look?
let's look at everything before the door.
This is a desk. It's probably the one that fell down here with me. Is that an aeroplane? How'd something like that wind up in the school's garbage pit? Well, you'd have to imagine there'd be an ultimate pilot and an ultimate aviator and an ultimate air traffic controller. Right? Ultimate mechanic. There actually is an ultimate mechanic in the second game.
Looks like that's everything.
Ultimate co-pilot. Ultimate beef or chicken asker. It's locked. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't going to be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, I might as well just sleep, right? I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. But that was pointless too. Next, I searched for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are an all-around bad idea? Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides. If only I was the ultimate Bear Grylls. But that's still not enough reason to give up. Because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. I'll never surrender. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was erect a statue of Nick A30. Go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed. And all I did was sleep, and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly. G-crunch. Or gack-crunch. What the M-space exclamation point question mark? The strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. Dang, so he would surrender in death. Couldn't be me. As I watched, the pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over there? Something fell from up above. What could it have been? I don't know. Garbage? What do you think, Makoto? Why does Makoto not understand that garbage falls into the garbage pit? Is he stupid? Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? I carefully stretched my hand out towards whatever it was that had tumbled down here with me.
Just a second.
A giant piece of trash? Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was.
It smells awful.
Kyoko?
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here?
So...
Isn't it obvious? I am from the government, and I'm here to help. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You've got a bit of garbage in your hair. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again.
Hey.
First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished. These are King's Hawaiian buns. Thank you. I snatched the King's Hawaiian buns and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way toward my stomach. Phew, that really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going, thanks to the King's Hawaiian bun.
Yeah, that's how metabolism works. You got all the energy instantaneously.
Yes. So you still haven't given up, then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at.
Hmm?
Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. It's kind of like Bofuri, Makoto. Have you ever seen Bofuri, Makoto? Of course not. It hasn't come out yet. But Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me?
So...
To pay a debt. Or, no, to atone. Atone?
You...
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So you know that I knew.
Indeed.
Yes, I knew that you knew that I knew that you knew. But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned my boy. I've abandoned my child! Don't say that. You didn't abandon me. You're not Daniel Day-Lewis. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but... there was a reason that I had to survive no matter the cost. I can't offer you any other reason than that. I really am sorry. Besides, we know that you have plot armor.
However...
Oops. Okay, it just starts right there. Okay.
However...
Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything. It's time for the 11th inning plot dump. Or the 11th hour plot dump, I guess. The reason I have to survive...
In other words...
is so that I can do what I came to this school to do. Because I'm the best there is at what I do. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason. So you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak?
Indeed.
That's right. At least, I did. Once. Once? Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. You forgot? But that's... I have no okay, blah blah blah. No memory? That's impossible. I amnesia. Then, is it really true? You lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember, Makoto? The 21st night of September? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at this school? I know it was a long time ago, but think back. The first thing? Ironically, with all these breaks and doing like it only once a week, we've probably spent the same amount of time playing this game that they've experienced in canon. You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was in the Pokemon Center.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself. A disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point, my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to the school, and I couldn't remember what my super high school level ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seemed much too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they want to do that? It's pretty easy to get new RAM nowadays. There's only one reason I can come up with. Because they were creating an LLM. Of my purpose and my ability. Somehow, they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them from you?
However,
Can they do that? And it could also mean, somehow, my memories may be connected to the mystery of this school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
If I did that, and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance that the mastermind is actually one of us. It could be you. It could be me. It could even be... What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big of a deal out of it. It's just a possibility.
Kusaba will turn red any minute now. See?
But since it is a possibility,
no, that's what.
We can't ignore it, right? The mastermind. One of us. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. I guess you could say that she had distrust. That's the original name for Danganronpa. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However...
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because among everyone, you were least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but what kind of game would have a plot twist where the main character was actually the mastermind? I see. Your intuition is right though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind. I'm just too plain.
I understand. I should understand everything.
But he doesn't.
My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
Duh. It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
Listen.
Are you okay, Buster Wolf? Oh yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey.
Even now, I still trust you, you know. It's just, here comes the big one. I'm not used to relying on others.
Correct.
I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just your personality. You said you had a reason for doing all the investigating on your own. So, how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So...
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. You mentioned your ability. My ability, what everyone should have known me for, was Intimidate. When I entered the battle for the first time, the opposing Pokemon's attack is lowered by 1 stage. I'm the ultimate detective. The ultimate detective? That explains...
Obviously.
That explains why she made an Ellery Queen reference back in the first trial.
Correct.
That explains why she's been doing detective work literally the entire game, even during free time.
Yeah, and why she's always been like, blood. Hope this is not Chris's blood.
And why she's been like, I bet Pat.
She's been like, I am the knight. And the reason I came to Hope Speak Academy.
And like Batman, she somehow doesn't sleep.
There was someone I had to find here in the school. You had to find someone? Who? Was it the guy you get your lozenges from?
So...
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope Speak Academy. The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. No! What?
In other words...
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Kyoko's dad is Hope's Peak's headmaster? Then that explains when Chihiro GPT told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. I'll find a way. Huh? No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster. I'll channel my inner Liam Neeson.
No matter what?
No matter the cost. I will find him, and I will kill him. Kyoko, what's going on? My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense.
However...
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then, what did you see in there?
So...
The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess, the desk drawers had been dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. Is this some kind of map?
Indeed.
Do you like that it says DOMS 2D?
Huh.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room, along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time, and I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However...
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So, what was it like? That part of the school, I mean. It's hard to describe. All I can say is... The moment I saw it, I realized. Whatever's going on in the school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean?
So...
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. It sounds like it must be important, and really ominous. Let's talk to her again.
However...
Of course. Oh. Oops. Okay, that was a different one there.
However...
Which is why I had no idea what was going on. It has to do with Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student lying hidden somewhere in this school, right? The one they call the Ultimate Despair. We should watch out for her. Or, I guess maybe she's dead now?
However,
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. And I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi. So then, who did kill her?
anyway,
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikusawa was to get me killed. Get you killed?
indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation, they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean, because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. Blah 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 blah.
In other words,
The mastermind is adamant about following their rules, so much so that their attack increases while their special attack decreases. And with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules? That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
hey,
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Let's Go Mackerel. What's that? There is a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. I could have become the victim?
indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? You mean... during the night? I can hear them, you know.
There's a delay now.
Oh no! There's a delay?
Yeah.
How
The screen
bad is
froze
it?
for a second and now there's a delay.
Oh, and, okay, well, let's try this. I'm gonna back out of this then. And... let me hit, like a quick save. Just in case. And, I'll deactivate the Elgato in OBS. And then... reactivate it and add it back to Discord. I still do not have any... there's no noticeable... yeah, I don't see any delay on my end. The audio looks good in OBS too. I'm just watching the beeps from the menu sound, and it looks like it's lining up with the waveform. It's a little hard to tell because of the background music, but there definitely is a jump every time I... Is that better?
That's good now.
Okay. I'll have to check the VOD then, see if that was something in OBS or if that was a Discord thing. The footsteps of the god of death. What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. I see dead people. I know I said I was the ultimate detective, but I'm actually the ultimate M. Night Shyamalan fan. That ability naturally draws me into cases, just like this.
Anyway,
Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms when I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell, and I saw a white shadow cross the corridor, which is highly irregular. Normally shadows are black. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room.
correct.
I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. It was Rey Mysterio attacking you with the knife. I intervened immediately, of course.
However,
That wasn't the end of things, though. I stopped them, but that led to the RKO out of nowhere. Whoever the masked assailant was, they ended up dead.
correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind, in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, But doesn't that create another contradiction? The Mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right. That is a contradiction. Insert dubstep. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So, what does it all mean?
In other words,
It means that the Mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more, and I should be able to figure out the Mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. The other ultimate despair? There's no doubt that Mukuro is the ultimate despair, and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. You're talking about
That's right.
what happened a year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy. Whoever's responsible for that, they're the ultimate despair?
It seems...
That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. Then they're...
Indeed.
Make no mistake. They're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy. I would like to say. Do you want to get a taste of Chapter 6? Or you want to just call it there?
I mean, it is only 11:30, so your call.
Okay, we'll do a little. Let me check how long. I know Chapter 6, even though it's even though it's mainly a trial, there is like a lot of talking that goes on in between. Oh yeah, they're gonna talk a lot, but
Should probably save it for next time.
yeah, we can go until they leave the trash compactor. They get out and they start investigating, so we can just go until then.
Alright.
The ultimate despair? A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world, but we don't even get a bunch of money at the end. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the Mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now, we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. Oops. Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokama's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Did you know
Of
you
course
can
I do.
pet me? Check
It's
out
an
the pet
absolutely
cafe.
vital part of ensnaring the Mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? Hey, Kyoko, we can use that key of yours.
It's true.
Let's find out. Kyoko took out the key with the Monokama design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And then... Yes, it opened!
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Garbage? Finally. We were finally free. There wasn't even time to take a breath of relief. A breath of relief? Because the real fight had just begun. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. Straight to deadly life. There is no daily life, it's only deadly. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up, like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface, like that scene in Telltale Walking Dead. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. And here we see another example of Kyoko's canonical ability to always have conveniently placed shadows. It's part of her profile. It's a canonical ability that only she has, because why not? We climbed into the darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down.
Hey.
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Does she have heels in her boots? She does. Man, that must be so annoying, trying to climb a ladder in heels. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. My knees are weak and my palms are sweaty. I've got vomit on my sweatshirt already. Monokuma spaghetti. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off of it. So Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you, and we're gonna put it in the speech bubble. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
So...
Ever since I can remember. I don't know why they're doing this. What is the purpose of this? I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Then, is your family famous? Are you related to a guy with a bow tie?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So...
Right.
Because we take pride in it. Pride?
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we've always made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride? So that explains... Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose, to protect the pride of her family.
However...
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far as to enter Hope's Peak, it was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about all the milk you would have gotten?
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about. Besides, I'm lactose intolerant, Makoto.
However...
There is something I want to say to him, though. Why didn't he ever get lactate instead? What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it?
So...
That there are other non-dairy milk alternatives out there. Milk alternatives? The last time I saw him, I was still very young, so I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented and had a promising future.
However...
But he had no interest in detective work, so he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather and they had a huge argument, and young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. Don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However...
But there's one thing that I can never forgive. Really?
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However...
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl who couldn't eat ice cream and had to get sherbet. That's how they see me, even to this day. His shadow's been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow and into the sun.
Correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. And in order to leave him where he belongs, in my memories. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But you're family. To just cut him out like that.
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood. Nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No. This isn't a David Cage game after all.
Hey.
Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood? Not by heart or soul? I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond. I'd have to ask Aiden. So instead, I said nothing. I chose the top option. Ellipses. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Like Berlizzi playing any Telltale game. Half of that man's dialogue choices are just say nothing. Looks like this is it. On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
Remember the hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. And then Makoto opened the hatch, and it swung down and out, and it tragically hit him in the head, and he lost his grip and he fell all the way back down. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so... looks like we're back. And this seems like an appropriate place to stop.
100 mono coins.
Oh, you want to get to free roam so we can...
Next time.
Who do you think is going to be before we go to the title screen? Last time you said Sakura, it ended up being Chihiro.
I'm gonna say... What was the name of the girl who died immediately?
Sayaka.
No, the other one.
Junko?
Yeah.
The blonde girl?
It's gonna be Junko.
I think it's gonna be Taka. Oh, it was Byakuya.
Now it's Byakuya.
Well, we were sort of half
like a
right.
1 in 17 chance.
Right? Well, yeah, right? Because actually, isn't
Oh
it
wait,
still
1 in
16?
16. It can't be Makoto on both sides.
Yeah, and it can't be Mukuro since we don't know what she looks like, but it can be Monokuma, I believe.
Yeah. Pretty sure it's been Monokuma a couple times.
So, we were like half right. You said blonde lady, I said dude. He's blonde dude.
Yeah?
Yeah. Except Taka talked like this, and Junko talked like this, and neither one of them sound like vampires.
Well,
I'm a little...
Bakulo didn't originally sound like... He was originally Bakugan, remember?
Yeah. He
wasn't originally a vampire.
He was the Natsumi voice, but Bakula was just too funny. He was like, I'm Natsume. I'm the British guy. The guy with the weird British accent, even though he's Japanese from Mamiya. He's... I don't know.
Well, he thought it was proper.
Yes. It's because Natsume has like he wears like a trench coat and he's blonde and he looks like Sherlock Holmes sort of, not really like Sherlock Holmes, but he's got like I'll just pull up a picture of him so you can see what I'm talking about. Natsume Soichiro. He looks like he could be British. Like if he wasn't named Natsume Soichiro, look at this man.
Yeah.
He looks like stereotype anime British guy. So, what are you gonna do? One day I'll finish Mamiya. Also, they had no reason to make him look as cool as he does in this. Why is he doing this? Who knows? I don't know.
Because it's cool.
Yeah. I guess so. And that's a bunch of... The funny thing is, all this stuff makes him look so cool. He is not cool. Maybe he gets cool later on, but in all of the stuff I've seen so far...
Just a dork?
Yeah, he really is a dork. It's just, he always looks like this, and it's really funny. But yeah, I gotta finish Mamiya. I don't know. I feel like I have to stream it because I started it and we got through so much of it. But... Man, it was just like, honestly, the first part of Mamiya was just so boring. Like, so boring. And part of it's because you just have to, like, replay the same beginning part over and over and over and over again, but there are slight dialogue changes. And it gives you, like, 15 different places where you can start branching off into different paths, but they all lead to one of 4 things, and it just gets really confusing keeping track of like what you've done and what you haven't done. And why do I have all these updates queued? Why is Hollow Knight receiving an update? Why do I have an update queued for Hollow Knight? The last thing was from August 10th of 2022 according to Steam. Why is there an update? What is this even for? Oh.
Maybe there's some kind of bug fix?
I think it's, well, I don't know. When I click on the blue thing, I think that's just the Steam. I have no idea. I feel like there's been a lot of stuff that have gotten updates recently. Like, Rental got an update, V Rising got an update that's queued. But V Rising was like a security thing. That was a thing with Unity. Actually, greetings, vampires. It's been found by Unity that there's a vulnerability as old as 2017 that could potentially be exploited in games made with Unity. We've already patched the issue in clients and are currently working to patch it on the server client as well. We highly recommend patching your game in dedicated server client as soon as it's available, as well as being very cautious about any mods you download until you verify they're secure. So, I don't remember if Hollow Knight was made with Unity. I assume it was, right?
I don't know.
So maybe that could be why? Maybe they're patching that? Although I don't know what security vulnerability you would have in Hollow Knight. It's like...
I do not like Unity.
It's only...
I do not dislike it as much as Unreal, though.
I was gonna say, Unreal Engine. You want to compile
there is
shaders?
A grand total of 1 good game made with Unreal 5.
You wanna compile shaders for like 2 hours and then still have the game look bad and have bad performance? I don't know. They make Wuwa is in Unreal, and you can really tell they use Unreal Engine. The game will look super good in some parts, and then some places just look like absolutely awful. I was running around some of the beginning areas, the starter areas, because I was trying to finish 100% map completion, and there are some parts that you really can tell that they did not have enough time to make this game, and that they had a hard release date that they had to meet, and they released the game. Because there were just whole sections of places where there just like aren't really any textures. It's just a color with no shading or anything else. It's just like a flat color. But I actually don't know. Maybe all the Spike... I don't know. I only have 2 Spike Chunsoft games on Steam. I know Zenki Zero has a really weird thing where is Zenki Zero, like the game, but you can also force it to launch this like weird thing that it still launches Zenki Zero, but it boots you into like a config menu in Japanese where you can adjust game settings that the game doesn't give you the option to adjust in-game, and then launch the game that way. It's very strange. It gives you the option to change the resolution of the game and the effects of the special effects and everything, and the bloom and stuff. But none of those options are actually present in the game. You have to dig through the page on Steam in your library. It's like a separate exe, I think. Yeah, there's a separate application in it called Zenki Zero Settings. That's apparently 6.5 gigabytes. Interesting. Well, we have Macula Blah, and I am a little disappointed that Junko died like immediately. The only person who died sooner was Sayaka, and then Junko died like 30 minutes later. So I am a little upset that Junko died so early because I had a good voice for her. And yeah, I'm trying to think. Anybody in 2 I could give that voice to? I know there's somebody I could give it to.
It's not long now until we have to actually decide on what we're doing between games.
Yeah, well, I think regardless, I'm gonna see. I think the performance in 2 for Decadence is good. If we wanted to wait until 2026 in some undetermined time, we could play 2x2. There's no release date yet. So, that is something. Aside from that, yeah, I don't really think I have anything. Kawa and I have played Code Vein a couple times, and by a couple times, I think literally 2 times. But I am pretty much done with the entire game. The only thing I haven't done is raised my reputation to rank 30, and then the achievement to unlock all of their achievements. And raising your reputation to 30 offline just means you sit in one spot of the map and you kill this one enemy and then warp back to the bonfire, and then kill the enemy again and then warp back to the bonfire over and over and over and over again to collect the metal things that determine your reputation rank. So wouldn't be a lot there. Also, game's not on sale, and it's definitely not worth like the $40 or $60, I don't think. But
Kawa's been partial to Dark Souls.
yes, I think that would be fun too. I think part of it would be fun if we could get 3 people. I know you can do 2 people in Elden Ring. I don't know about
You can have 2 in Dark Souls 1, I think.
Can you get 3 in through mods?
Oh, probably.
Because I think that would be even funnier than having 2 people in. Because like 2 people is like the normal like multiplayer that they have, right?
Oh, I mean like 2 summons. Like I'm pretty sure you can have 2 summons.
Oh,
So
okay.
2 total people.
That would be really funny. Because I like the idea of going into a game balanced around the one player character, and then just having 3 people just beating up on everything. I think that would be very funny. I don't know. The real question is, what will we end up doing for characters if we do decide to do that? Are we all just going to be mages?
No.
You don't think so? Actually, I don't know. How is
I mean,
magic?
at this point, I've done most possible builds.
Yeah, and I don't know. I feel like normally I would go for Dex build, because that is the Souls-like experience for me, is swing, swing, dodge, swing, swing, dodge. But that is pretty much the only option in Code Vein. It is very much like Lies of P in that regard, in the sense that you basically just have the sword, and that is it. Sure, you could have a gun, and sure, there are spells, but they all kind of suck. And the spells are all pretty close range, the targeting is really bad, and you still need to do melee attacks to cast your spells. So, I don't know. But there's all sorts of weapons in one, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You got axes, you got hammers, you got spears, you got halberds, you got scythes. Don't get too excited, there's like 2 in the whole game.
You got bow, you got big sword, you got small sword, you got medium sword.
You got crossbow. Crossbows unfortunately suck, but they're there.
Triple crossbow run. I don't know. And all the other stuff I have is all like single player stuff. Deadlock I don't think is single player, but I have no idea what Deadlock is. I just know that Kawa invited me to the beta for Deadlock, so I have the ability to play the game. I still have no idea what it is though. I've seen some ads for it, like they're advertising some new skins or something.
Apparently Dark Souls is on sale right now.
Yeah, the fall sale, right? Now the only I guess everyone would play it through Steam. I was gonna say, with is the dual summon, is that part of the native game?
I believe you can summon 2 guys if I recall correctly.
Okay. The other thing I was thinking about, because it's on sale right now, and I was just thinking about it, buying Ghost of Tsushima. Just because it's another swing swing swoosh game. Because the director's cut's on sale, which includes all the DLC and everything. Sons of the Forest is also on sale for $9.89. That might be interesting. Do you know anything about the Forest?
I remember seeing people play it on YouTube back in the days when things were good and everything was nice.
Yes. Sons of the Forest. I've seen a little bit of the stuff, but I really don't know any of the story compared to the Forest. That's on sale right now. All this other stuff is like single player stuff, like Red Dead. I mean, there's Red Dead Online, I guess, but like, who cares about Red Dead Online?
Indeed.
Cyberpunk's on sale. Forza's on sale, but once again, we can't play. I mean, we might be able to do races, but like, what's the point of doing that? Mafia 3, Control. I heard Control was pretty good, actually. It's only $4, so I might check that out. Destiny. Code Vein is on. Oh, Code Vein actually is on sale for $6 right now. For the fans of God Eater, this is a Souls game that has the skin of God Eater.
Instead of being Monster Hunter, it's Dark Souls.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. The whole thing is that Code Vein takes place within the God Eater universe. And now that Code Vein is announced, Code Vein 2 is announced, everyone's like, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Oh, Sekiro's on sale too, for $30.
There's no multiplayer in it, but it is a really, really good game.
Yes. That's like the parry game.
Yes.
It's
And
the
you know
parry
me.
game.
I like parrying.
Yes.
I like it a lot.
It is the parry game. Like, you can parry in Lies of P in the sense that the game expects you to block a lot, but in Sekiro, you need to parry.
You get to turn into Dante and say Royal Guard.
Over and over again.
You get to do the Evo Moment 37 thing for the whole game. and it feels really good.
Does that also include the AI slamming on the table?
Yes.
Oh, Zero Time Dilemma is on sale for $4. And if any of you ever wanted to play Zero Time Dilemma, I would say, first, don't play Zero Time Dilemma. But two, if you wanted to play Zero Time Dilemma, it is currently available for $4, which is probably the best deal you're ever going to get for Zero Time Dilemma. Oh, also, 9 Parchments is back on sale for $4.19. So we could do that as well.
It's not multiplayer. Pseudo Regalia is 30% off right now. And
what is?
It is the Pseudo Regalia.
Oh.
It's not multiplayer, but it's 30% off. Which is only like $1 off, but still.
Corpse
It's
Party
the best 3D
2021.
platformer ever made.
Oh, Cooking Companions and Dreadweight are also on sale. I've heard those were kind of goofy games. Oh wait, where's is this on here? Where's Little Witch Spring R? Is that on sale right now? I don't see it. I don't think it is. Oh, 7 Days to End With You is on sale. Only 20% off. It's $6.39 right now. That would be a game I haven't played it yet, but it would be a game I might recommend based on the concept of it. It's a choose your own adventure, like a looping choose your own adventure game.
You've told me about it before.
Yeah. No words. Well, like there are words, but like not words. Which I think is a really interesting.
There's also Magical Drop 6 is 90% off right now. And I'm not familiar with 6, but I've played a lot of 3.
Omori is not on sale right now. Just to let everyone know. If you haven't played Omori and you were thinking about playing Omori, it's currently not on sale. If that is a consideration for you. Neither is Save the Princess, but Save the Princess is also $2 when it's normal price, so. And
Terraria is on sale.
Oh, nice. Natsu no Kanata is not on sale because it's free, but it still does not have an English patch for the game. So, rest in peace. Neither does Piano at 5 AM. Still Japanese only. Rest in peace. Oh, Lucid Dream is free. That might be a fun one to watch. It's a point and click. Oh! I gotta check if Don't Sleep or Don't Fall Asleep or Try to Fall Asleep or whatever is on sale. Because that might be something. That's the one I told you about before.
Oh.
It's like a mix between like Outlast and Five Nights at Freddy's. Okay, it is not for sale, but it is only $12, and it is still technically early access. But there is a free demo that you can play. But yeah, it's like a mix between Five Nights at Freddy's and Outlast, except you're trying to fall asleep.
Huh.
Yeah, and then when you fall asleep, you relive your traumatic past, and demons are chasing you. Hence the Outlast part of the game.
Nice to meet you.
It's also
I'm
the game that
Sophie's company.
famously, when Achievement Hunter was playing, got Alfredo incredibly motion sick to the point where he had to get a trash can because he was worried he was going to throw up, because the game has motion blur and they were screen sharing through Discord, so he got motion blur and 30 FPS. Nice. But yeah, 9 Parchments might be something interesting for just like a short, like, quick thing. Mini Diablo, baby's first Diablo, without any of the stuff that makes Diablo Diablo. What is this? Visual adventure, visual novel, RPG, horror, anime. Novena Diabolos. Diabolos.
Has a whole lot of tags.
One reporter. Oh look, they're doing the Have a Muffin Jessica. Have a Muffin Jessica. It's a bunch of the characters, and they're all standing in a circle, and they've got the shadows over their faces, and their eyes are glowing. One reporter trying to survive 9 days in an isolated village. 4 demonesses who are out for blood. Several supernatural murders. Welcome to Hope Hill. Hope Hill.
Does it sound like a little familiar?
Yeah, just a little.
Just a bit.
Just a little. It might seem a little bit like something else.
Something that's on the screen right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what it could be. What is the Geeku Games bundle? I need to look at this. There's a bundle on sale for the low price of $18.35, including Fateful End, True Case Files, Point and Click Mystery, Detective Kobayashi, a visual novel, another mystery, Little One, a visual novel, another mystery, Novena Diabolos, and Hermitage Strange Case Files, Lovecraftian mystery horror visual novel. Interesting. Fascinating. Well, I will go back and I will put Diabolos on my wish list just so I can keep track of it and I don't forget about it later, so I can get back to the rest of these bundles and see if I ever want to play any of them. But anyway, 9 parchments. 9 parchments. Currently $4.19. Up to 4-player co-op. I think that'd be fun. The twin stick shooter. What's up with the recent reviews? I want to see the recent reviews. Date range. Oh, I can't do just recent. I have to specify. That's annoying. I like this. I really like this review. Not recommended. It is a nice game, nice graphics, nice combat system, but playing multiplayer is the worst camera I have seen so far. Who decide that camera and implemented in that way is not loved by them parents, have bad taste in anything in their life. If you know that person IRL, avoid them, don't invite them for even a cup of tea. The only review by this person. Interesting. Yeah, I like how this says for under €4 at the time of purchase. I feel like once again, 9 Parchments might be a game that you don't pay full price for, but could definitely be fun on sale, which is what I would say about Zenki Zero. I don't know if I could ever justify like the $60 price tag for Zenki Zero. But when it's on sale, wait, what is this? What is this? Anki is a new platform arcade puzzle game made by independent artist Wojciech Krupinski. Incredibly addictive idea, which is teleport from left to right and from top to bottom. The author provides us with nice and pleasant moments. The gameplay will absorb us utterly. Anki is waiting for you. Anki will kick your ass kindly, but with 2 Ds. So kindly. Interesting. Anyway, Zenki Zero. Yes, it is normally $60, and I honestly can't recommend that anybody buy Zenki Zero for $60. It's currently on sale for $12, and for $12, I would definitely say that if you are interested in the weird cycle of life and death dungeon crawler thing that it's doing to play the game, because it is a pretty fun game, especially when you realize just how wacky the game can be, and that the game is actually pretty well balanced in the sense that the hardest difficulty gives you the most amount of drops and everything like that. And the lowest difficulty hardly gives you anything, but also hardly requires for you to upgrade or grind or do anything. So it's very well balanced in that regard. You need way more materials on the hard difficulties and you get way more. You need a lot less on the easy difficulties and you get a lot less. So, you're never going to get all the cool stuff playing on easy mode, but you also won't ever really need it. I'm just going to wait until you're done. What are these notifications? Oh, it's just on sale. What is this? Oh, the spring sale. Oh, it is gone. I kinda hate what they've made Raven look like. I have her trading card in Steam. I kinda hate what they made Raven look like in Stellar Blade. She looks so cool when they put her in Nikke, and then the model that they used, Stellar Blade, does not do her justice. Her face is nowhere near as cool looking as she looked. It's a serious downgrade. She was very, she was very, I guess, coarse and snappy, and she definitely looked the part, and then she looks like a teenage girl from like the mid-2000s in the game, and it just does not fit at all. 9 Parchments, Terraria, Dark Souls, Monster Hunter, Wayward, then back to Minecraft, Duelist of Eden, and then fighting games.
Incoming ad break.
Oh no. Well, I don't know. I think it depends on how long we want this intermediary period to be.
Yeah.
I don't think 9 Parchments would be that hard. I think it would easily be the easiest in terms of it's a game that's not that hard, and it's not that hard to set anything up, and it would just be kind of goofy. And the only thing we might have to worry about would be completing whatever current like story level that we were on if we wanted to stop. So I'm not exactly sure how that works, but I think it would be funny. The other things that I'm thinking about aren't really things that you play in multiplayer. Like, Girl Who Steals Time might be fun, but that's not really a multiplayer game. That's, hey, let's all team up so we can fight these bosses together and do the grinding that we normally would have to do anyway.
Yeah, I mean, we could basically just say, hey, let's pick a couple of things that we could do as one-off streams.
Yes.
Do that for a couple weeks and then go to Danganronpa 2. Could have it so everyone picks a game, or just we all agree on a couple.
Yeah. I don't know when Chapter 2 is supposed to come out, but I still have Project Cat and Paper Lily, the first chapter of Paper Lily, which would both be relatively short things to do. Project Cat would be probably another Danganronpa type thing. It's just like a RPG Maker type horror game, and so it's a prologue to Paper Lily, and it's pretty short, probably only 2 hours tops to get all the endings with a little bit of guidance. And Paper Lily is pretty long. I think I might have played it a little bit outside of the streams, but I have basically 10 hours logged on Steam. So that might be fun just to see the different stuff. I'll have to check, see how they're going, if they've gotten like stalled on anything. I'll look that up. Paper Lily. Chapter 32? No. Chapter 2. Can I look at Steam through here, or do I have to be in Steam? Let's see, can I open up the dev social media accounts and actually see anything? No, I can't, because I'm not logged into Twitter, and so I cannot view anything. Love that for me. Let's see. Was this year? Oh, it was this year. Is this for the... Oh, this might... Oh, this looks like it's for Chapter 2. Because that's the shopkeeper in the mysterious world. And that's Lacey's brother, who, as far as I'm aware, was still in the normal world. Interesting. But... I guess they're still going on it. Well, that would be something. Oh, I guess. Oh, I'm looking at YouTube and the stream is so far delayed. I don't know where, but it must have gotten paused at some point, like my viewing of it. So, all of a sudden it went to a be right back screen and I got really confused.
Huh.
Yeah. If we do decide on anything new, we'll just have to check when sales end.
Yeah.
I think the autumn sale I think ends in 2 days on Steam.
Yeah, it does.
So
we should probably decide very soon then.
yes, if we want to grab 9 parchments for $4. You said Dark Souls is also on sale?
If I recall correctly, yes.
Dark Souls Remastered? Is that the only one on?
Yes, it indeed
Okay.
it is.
It is on sale. I like how it says similar to games you've played, Code Vein and Hollow Knight. Yes, that is true. I would say that Dark Souls is similar to Code Vein and Hollow Knight. Some might say the originator.
Well, Demon Souls is the originator.
I guess you're right. Dark Souls Remastered. There's no Nameless King in Dark Souls Remastered, fortunately. Why is Digimon Storytime Stranger a popular search right now? What is Digimon Storytime Stranger?
I don't know. There's a Digimon MMO.
A Digimon MMO? Maybe this is that. It looks like one. Now broadcasting, watch the developer play. And there are several other people in this thing, but this is all launch week live stream. But this says RPG.
I'm talking about Digimon Masters Online.
Interesting. Like Pokemon
The description
Masters
says
Online?
DMO is MMO featuring the ever popular Digimon franchise. It also has mixed reviews.
That's every MMO though on Steam. When has there been an MMO on Steam that hasn't had mixed reviews? When has there been a live service game on Steam that has not had mixed reviews?
Oh really? Oh really? FF11.
Is 11 live service?
Yes, it's an MMO.
Ultimate Collection Seekers Edition. Oh, I see.
It's good.
Registering the game for the first time will grant 30 days of free game time. Interesting. So then how much is it a month? If it's a monthly.
Like 13, I think.
But if you buy it for $30 on Steam, you get a month?
Well, yeah, because you're buying the game and then you have to pay the subscription after.
Oh.
But you get a month free along with your purchase of the game.
Oh.
But also, there are fan servers, and those don't require a subscription.
Oh. So it's just to play on like the official stuff.
Yeah, to be fair, the fan servers do not cover everything. The fan servers only usually go in a couple expansions worth of content, and they
Because somebody has to host them.
almost all the fan servers are like trying to recreate the experience of like older versions of FF11.
Ah. Final Fantasy 14 Dawn Trail. Mostly negative.
Yeah, Dawn Trail, having started the Dawn Trail expansion, how did we go from Endwalker to this?
That's what I heard. Final Fantasy 14 Online.
The
Recent
plot
reviews.
is not that bad, but oh god, Wook Lamont is such a terrible character.
Final Fantasy
And
14 Online. Mixed reviews, but that's because of the Mare thing, isn't it?
That is because of Dawn Trail.
Oh, really? It's not the Mare thing?
Them getting rid of that one mod sync thing.
Yeah. So you can have your drift the cheating way, just modding in outfits instead of actually being creative.
Yeah, I know people that use it, but like, I'm never gonna use it. That kind of thing.
Also, like, are you paying a monthly subscription for? I mean, maybe you're just staying below the cap, but are you paying for Final Fantasy 14 to just like play My Dress Up Darling, or because like there's Style Savvy on the 3DS, three whole games that you can play.
Yeah, Final Fantasy XIV is great. It does have some problems, but they are much outweighed by how great of a game it just is.
I just thought of something. We could, for 1 week, I still feel like if we ever want to do 9 parchments in the future, we should just grab it now. But then again, it might go on sale in the future. But
yeah, it seems to have gone on sale a number of times recently, huh?
It's a pretty old game. It came out in like 2018, 2019 maybe even earlier than that.
I feel like if we don't buy it now, then it'll go on sale again around Christmas.
It came out in 2017, so it was one of the
It'll go on sale again for winter, I guarantee it.
Yeah, it was. I think it was one of the first games that was on the Switch. But I have Anne, and Anne could probably be a 2 or 3 session thing of watching me run around trying not to get killed by sentient pianos and clay sculptures. And Anne is a great game, mainly because it does this great thing that I always love, of this subversion of the typical horror thing, where one of the levels just takes place in a fully lit building that has like rave music playing in the background. There's no spooky atmosphere or anything like that. It's just a bunch of sentient mannequins chasing you around with all the lights on while EDM plays in the background. So, I think that's a pretty good one. And then I can't find a way. The other thing would be At Home Alone, but I can't find a way to like reset At Home Alone and not make it get like the true At Home Alone experience. If you want to get the true At Home Alone experience, you have to play At Home Alone by your. Oh, At Home Alone Final is free now, so you don't even have to pay anything for that. You can just play At Home Alone, I guess now. It's now just free to play. Oh, version 2.5.1. Updated new localized English translations provided by Rapukori and Chromally. No! No! They've ruined it! No! They got rid of the weird, like, pseudo Google Translate translations that they had for the game. I struggle to even call it like machine translation. Because it's not like machine translation. It's like somebody did machine translation, but instead of translating the words, they just heard the sound. It's like somebody fed it all into Google and then did the text-to-speech for what the English was, and then manually transcribed what Google said all the words were. It doesn't look like copy-paste Google Translate, because there are words in the game that are not right, like they're just random typos and wrong words, but phonetically they're right. Like words that the wrong words sound like what the correct word would be.
I see.
Which is,
that is,
yeah, really weird. Oh, there's At Home Alone 2, which is like a sequel, where there's just no weird stuff happening. It's just, they just turned it into slice of life. That's funny. But no, at home, I'm actually kind of sad that they updated the localization for At Home Alone Final, because one, it's a wild game. It's just a bizarre game. But the really bad translation made it even better. So there's that. I wonder if mine version has been updated. I hope it hasn't. It probably has been. I really want to play old At Home Alone. But I guess that's it. This is it. We'll have to think about this.
Indeed.
I would say
I have D&D tomorrow, but you know, after the session, I could respond to any messages in the group chat about what we're playing next.
Yes,
if we want to talk about that tomorrow.
I'm almost thinking that this next chapter might be 3 sessions, depending on what we want to do. There is a whole, like, exploration investigation thing that we do, but then chapter 6 has 2 class trials. So it really all depends. They're both pretty long, so it really just depends on how we want to do that. I also don't remember if we go straight into the second trial. I think we do. So we might just have to make a save right in the middle, like when someone's talking.
Huh.
But yeah, I'm thinking it's probably going to be at least 3 more. We'll probably, because I think we'll investigate, and then I don't know if we want to then start the first trial of chapter 6 after we do the investigation. Because we're going to have to talk to Byakuya and Toko and Yasuhiro, and they're going to be all like, oh, I thought you guys were dead, blah, 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 blah. And Kyoko's going to be like, actually, I'm the ultimate detective, blah, blah, blah. And they're going to have to, like, catch them all up. And
we're going to have 5 flashbacks to everything that just happened.
Yeah, and we're probably going to get some Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the Ultimate Despair. Watch out for her. But I am really excited for the
if we talk to Kyoko after that, it'll be like Sakura, where it just recaps that, but again.
That'd be really funny. I am really excited for Danganronpa, the end of Trigger Happy Havoc, just because it's iconic, and it'll set up Danganronpa 2, which is the superior Danganronpa, in my opinion. Hajime is a much more interesting character than Makoto, and I don't know. It looks better since it's a newer game, but it looks better. I like the characters more. None of the games, I think, really have bad characters, but I like the characters more of the characters in... Actually, no, I think I actually like less of the characters in Danganronpa 2, but I like the characters that I like more than I like the characters in Danganronpa 1. And
I get you.
2 is just... It's so crazy. Whatever you think about any of the mysteries in Trigger Happy Havoc, 2 just goes around saying, you thought this, but actually, haha, no, just random things. They get really creative with how they do the mysteries. And then V3 is kind of a mixed bag. Some of them are very creative, and some of them are just like, when will this end? Why is this taking so long? And some people hate the ending of V3. It's a very divisive game. I personally think there is no real reason to hate V3. I think it's a great ending to the story that V3 tells. V3 has a goal, it has a purpose, it's got a message and a story it's trying to tell, and I think it does it very well. Even if some parts of those trials are incredibly contrived, and some of them make no logical sense at all when they go, this has to be like this! Like when we were talking about this last trial. It's like, well, this has to be like this. I'm like, well, actually, Bianca could have seen Makoto the entire time, so...
Yeah, like, the dude saw, so he was like, search that drawer, there could be something in there.
I think it wasn't even on the drawer, it was just on the table.
I'm hungry.
It was just lying there. I don't even think it was in anything. It was just on, like, the...
Oh yeah, the
desk
file
or whatever.
was in the drawer.
Yeah, the file was in the drawer. No, the file I think was under the bed.
Oh yeah.
The key was just like on the table.
Yeah,
Although-
Kaguya had no reason to suspect either of us.
I will say that he does specifically load into the room after we do, and not in the normal, like, loading in the people in the room way. Like, the room loads, and, like, Makoto looks around at stuff, and then there's, like, the door, like, sound, and then Byakuya appears. That surprised me. So, I guess maybe you could argue that he let Makoto in, Makoto got in there, and then, because there's that, like, foyer at the front of the room, then he got into the main part of the room. And so Makoto could have placed it because that table isn't visible from the entryway. But it is a weaker part of that trial. Not nearly as bad as some of the stuff that goes on in D3, but...
Even then, I don't know why he even brought up Kyoko as a suspect, because he knew she didn't have access to her room. How would he just forgot he had her room key? He was carrying it with him the entire trial.
Yeah, and like, I don't know, that's one of those weird things where it's hard to tell if it's just like something they did for the plot. Or...
He forgot because the plot demanded he forget.
Yeah, or if it was... Because sometimes he'll do stuff where he's trying to big brain things. Was he trying to big brain that? Or was he just saying that based on all the stuff they'd decided so far, it couldn't have been Makoto? And then he was like, wait, it actually could have been Makoto. But... I don't know. Byakuya. He's Byakuya.
In any case, we've officially been sitting on the title screen for like an hour.
Yes. We've now
The usual.
Yes. If we load the game and then leave again, it will be somebody else.
Will it be Junko?
Will it be Junko or will it be Kiyotaka Ishimaru?
Ah!
It was Kiyotaka Ishimaru, and then it's the end of the stream.